Is it on? Hello? Hey, what's up, guys? This is John here, and welcome to my ACL Reconstruction Surgery video blog. The reason I'm doing this, I just wanted to share my story with you guys, share my progress with you. If anybody else is going through the same sort of thing out there, trying to do some research on, ACL reconstructions, the process for it, the progress. It's always nice to have more resources. So I thought I'd tell you how I got injured, show you, stuff with my leg and how it's doing as time progresses. And just to another reason I'm doing it is because I chose growing in popularity ACL graft. Graft I chose was is not widely used right now. It's my quadriceps tendon autograft without a bone plug. And if you do a little bit of research, you'll see some stuff with quad tendon ACL reconstructions with or without the bone plug. And basically, where it comes from is the tendon that attaches your quadriceps to your kneecap, and they took about a 7 centimeter portion of that to reconstruct my new ACL. But yeah, I mean, if you look out there, there's not too much research, showing how people do with quadriceps tendon ACL grafts. There's not too much on why people choose it, people's experience with it, or progress or anything like that. Hopefully, if you enjoy this video, it might be an option for you, probably for the same reasons it was a good option for me here. Let me give you a little bit of background on how I got hurt here. Just give you a background on myself. I'm a very active person. Back in high school, I was a competitive track and field thrower. Track and field, discus, shot put. I'm an avid cyclist now. I participate in martial arts, Filipino Kali. I do a lot of weightlifting, lots of deep squats, deep knee flexion. Also play recreational volleyball, sand or indoor. But the one that got me here, the one that actually tore my ACL here, was volleyball. No, it was a pretty textbook case, I think it was. They say about 80% of ACL tears are non-contact, and this was one of those. That was the last play of the match on our rec league, so I jumped up to block a spike. Came down on it wrong. My foot planted on the ground, my knee internally rotated. You hear the classic pop. I was on the ground writhing in the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. But just from that injury, jumping up and landing awkwardly, I tore my ACL. I had a grade 2 intermediate MCL tear where it tore almost partial, or about halfway through my MCL. I had medial and lateral meniscus tears, as well as a couple bone bruises and a partial articular cartilage tear. So I did it pretty good on that one there. But going back to the graft options that they gave me here. Here I'll show you on my other leg over here. But okay, so this is my healthy knee. Okay, so that you're looking at here, there's a few different options that they give you for ACL grafts. What they call the gold standard is your patellar tendon graft. It's the tendon that attaches your kneecap to your tibia. Okay, so what they do is they take about a 2 centimeter bone plug from this bone right here on your tibia. They take the middle, the central third of your patellar tendon that they harvest out, and then about a 2 centimeter bone plug from your kneecap, and that's what they use as your new ACL. The other option that I was given was something called was a hamstring autograft. Okay, and basically what that is, this hamstring muscle right in here helps with internal rotation of your leg, helps flex your leg at your knee, and attaches from the inside of your knee. Of your hamstring all the way down to your tibia over here. So the option was it's through your semitendinosus tendon and your gracilis tendon. So they actually make a little slit right here, and they harvest both of the tendons right there. And pretty much disables both of those muscles for an awful long time. It does grow back to an extent, but never really about the same. But what I opted for what they call your quadriceps tendon autograft, and that actually comes from right up here. Now, as opposed to taking the patellar tendon down here, they actually take a portion of your quadriceps tendon. So I'm finding out right here. So this is about the width of your quadriceps tendon. They find the middle of your kneecap, And you can either take this with a 2 centimeter bone plug from your kneecap or not. And what they did for me was they just took tendon without a bone plug. So they found the central part of my kneecap right here. They harvested about 7 centimeters of tendon over here, which is about 2 centimeters shy of the actual muscle attachment up here, so it doesn't violate that muscle. But they took about 7 centimeters long of tendon up here. Okay, and then they took about 9 millimeters wide, so just shy of a centimeter wide of tendon here, and then about 8 millimeters about deep. So it's a partial graft. And the reason I chose that graft, because if you think about it, yeah, they're still taking a good portion of it, but you also have all four muscles attaching at different portions over here. You'll have the middle muscle here attaching to the quadriceps tendon, also attaches to the kneecap, but you also have your VMO, this big muscle on the inside, and your big quad tendon on the outside here attached to that tendon, but also separately attaches to the kneecap itself. So it doesn't disrupt your knee extension too much. There's also a deeper muscle in there that attaches to your kneecap as well. So, my thought was take a smaller portion, smaller percentage of the actual, mechanism that extends your leg, as opposed to a full third here, or complete, disabling of 2 hamstring muscles over here. Plus, with the research I've seen, it has a lot less donor site morbidity. And basically what that means is that the harvest site experiences less long-term negative effects than the other portions. If you take the patellar tendon, you have a lot of anterior knee pain. If you do a lot of kneeling or anything like that, a lot more pain at first. Also, when you first get the surgery, if you take your hamstring tendon, what they said was it's about it's the least pain out of all 3 tendons if you take from yourself. Then you'll have almost a permanent 10% loss in hamstring strength when flexing at the knee. With the quadriceps tendon, there will still be a residual loss in strength up there, but you're only taking a really small portion of an otherwise large tendon with a lot of muscle attachments or surrounding it. And just to swing you over to the leg that I got worked on over here, I'll zoom out just a little bit. Alright, so this right here, you could probably see this. It's a pretty hefty knee brace right there. It extends all the way up to my mid-thigh over here. These nice thick metal bars over here, and all the way down to my ankle here. Let me loosen this up a little bit. All the way down to my ankle there. Okay, and I'll give you a little bit of an idea of what this is like. What they did with me, they repaired my medial meniscus, and they trimmed away some of my lateral meniscus. And I'm in the brace, locked out straight for 2 weeks without any weight bearing on it for 2 weeks also. So I'm crutching around the house without being able to actually physically walk on this leg just yet. It was just an isolated MCL or ACL tear. I'd be walking the same day over here. But yeah, this is my hefty knee brace. You're probably wondering what the strap is over here. I attached the strap over here because with the with the new harvest of that quad tendon, I can barely extend my leg on my own, and therefore I can barely flex my my hip over here. So this just helps with getting some torque over here. Basically what it is, it's right at the hinge over here, so it's the middle portion of it. So I take it and I can actually lift my leg up just using my arm like this if I need to prop it up on a couch or something like that. So probably take a look at my crotch by now. So I'll zoom back up to my my face over here. It's about day 3 right now after my surgery. So I didn't record the other videos because I was feeling like total crap from my pain meds plus the pain itself. So I'll be taking off my bandages and my brace, and I'll take some pictures and show you guys what what the scars are looking like the incisions. Hey guys, I'm in the tub right now, ready to take off this brace. Got to wash it off a little bit, and then after it's off and dry, I'll show you some pictures of the incisions and everything, how everything looks 3 days post-op. Right. All right, so that was a little bit of background on on my ACL reconstruction over here. Just stay tuned. I'm gonna give you daily, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever, however I'm feeling. I'll give you some updates on how I'm feeling, how my progress is going. But yeah, stay tuned over here, and I'll keep you guys posted. All right.